Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Supposedly Wonderful Future. And I really like that soundtrack in the background. But we are here at a young woman's apartment. Apparently, she has been the victim of some pretty nasty cyberbullying. Someone impersonated her and caused her to lose her job and damage her reputation with quite a few people. So I'm here with these two investigators, and we're going to try and figure out who exactly the culprit is. So before we have a chat with Joe Gumshoe there, and him, whoever that is, looks like we can look at the bookcase. And I don't even think we can go... Yeah, we can't even go into that other room yet. Probably we need to talk to these two. It's 2048, and bookshelves are used for books again? This is madness. Historic recurrence is a ruthless thing indeed. How can anyone still use this? You can't even change the font size. I see Michael is a Kindle user. Is it the pleasant smell of paper? The aesthetic beauty of a finely printed cover? The tactile feeling and the soothing sound of turning pages? Tell me your secret, books. Admit it. No juicy text file in the world beats holding one of these beauties in your hands. Amen. These tree-killing, space-consuming, dust-gathering constructs just refuse to die. Should I assume that Sam and I were wrong? And educated people were using bookshelves for books all along? No. The implications are too much to bear. A properly filled bookshelf. Fair enough. I am going to keep this chat with Joe Gumshoe last. Let's talk to this guy. Hello, friend. You must be Michael, our boss for the day. I'm not sure about the boss part. I am. Jackie was very specific about it, and I know better than to question that woman. I'm Sean. I'll be your assistant in all things online. Welcome to the Cyberbullying Investigation Unit. Cyberbullying Investigation Unit? Really? You mean when three fine gentlemen gather to unravel a great mystery and a gripping tale of conspiracy and deceit that is destined to become the talk of legends for generations to come? Can't get any more real than that, my friend. Okay, well, let's get started. Splendid. So the first thing you should probably do is talk with the victim and hear her story. Her name is Ashley, and she'll tell you everything about her occupations and how this nasty incident derailed each and every one of them. I wouldn't want to play a messenger here. What I will do is present you with a list of suspects. 5 persons, each related to Ashley, and all evidence suggests that one of them is our culprit. Right? I also used Ashley's computer in the next room to set you up with a workstation. It should help to better understand the situation and conduct investigation. The rest we can discuss thoroughly after you talk with the girl. Sound good to you? Is she in rough shape at the moment? I don't have much experience dealing with suicidal or otherwise mentally fragile people. Oh, it should be fine. Ashley is a very bright and helpful girl. Enough to be bright and helpful even in a state like that. Just be nice to the lady. You'll have nothing to worry about. Alright, I'll go straight to our girl then. Actually, we will not go straight to our girl. We will talk to Joe Gumshoe here. Kojak. Name's Ketley. You're the Life Plus boy, I assume? You assume correct. What have we got here? Well, I'm supposed to work together on this case with you and that kid over there, because obviously you need international community when somebody's feelings get hurt. The victim is sitting in the next room, but I've got a migraine just by talking to her, so if you want to do all the chatting, be my guest. I was hoping for a more detailed description of the crime. Not much to tell. The girl goes online one day to find all kind of fancy stuff posted under her name. Then her boss calls and says she's fired. Corporate culture and all that bullshit. Then she goes all self-pity, blogs about suicidal thoughts, gets noticed, and we find ourselves here. What about the suspects? Some kind of internet friends. Apparently one of them had a crush on her, but she just told him to shove off, and right before this happened, too. I say you identify this lover and we have our culprit. As simple as that. But you'll need the other kid to do that. No good with your techie toys. And I assume you're just going to stand here, right? Got nothing better to do at the moment. I bet your boss won't be happy if you stand your way through the whole thing. Screw my boss. He hasn't paid me for the last month yet. Labor strikes are next door. Alright, smartass, you win. When you need something real to happen, ask me. I can grab my car, visit one of your suspects, and search that place upside down. You just tell me what to look for. If it's there, I'll find it. What about the arrest? Oh, I can do the honors all right. Tell me who to grab, and then we can all go home. You can choose at random for all I care. I have real cases to worry about. Cool. Can we just search everyone for everything and be on our way? I wish we could, but I have a limit of 2 warrants here. 2 places to search. Then you fancy kids are on your own in this room. Oh, that's good to know. Well, I'll return then. I can hardly wait. Okay. Guess we're going in here. This must be Ashley. She plays the guitar. Those must be our suspects. She has a book tree. I like Ashley. Nice artwork here. One of the suspects looks to be a penguin. What do we got? Oh, it's a desk. Okay, cool. Nice leotard, by the way. Are you the one in charge? They keep telling me that. You must be someone really important from Life Plus. As the current situation stands, I guess you could say so. Wow, it's out of my league to even imagine what your life must be like, but you probably want to hear what's happened. If you can. Well, I should probably start with the show. Everything kind of revolved around it. I was doing a web series with a group of people, mostly as a lead actress, but also editing sometimes and giving random help here and there. We would film it and upload online for people to watch. What a silly idea. We've been going for about 2 years. You could say it was my main occupation. What kind of web series? A comedy drama with some VR effects to make it more engaging. Is it popular? More or less. Nowhere near the top stars, but enough to have an active and supportive community. Well, go on. About 10 days ago, somebody apparently hacked into my account because I was locked out, and then a blog post appeared under my name that I didn't write, saying that I was leaving the show for good. Just suddenly leaving like that? Wasn't it obvious that it's not your post? Oh no, it was very convincing. Not a single inconsiderate word, but a lot of explanation. What a great ride it was, how much fun I had, and how I feel it's time to move on. Future me could have written that after doing this for 5 more years and finally getting tired. Not the present me, though. The present me still enjoyed every single second. Couldn't you explain the situation to your fellow showmakers, and through them to fans? That's exactly what I tried to do. I called them, they believed me, and then they tried to explain to people that the post was fake and I wasn't going anywhere. Some were convinced, but others said I should make up my mind already. The internet security is so good these days, it's hard to believe that stuff from your account could be not yours. Or maybe we just weren't fast enough and the message already sank in. Even so, shouldn't the fans be grateful that you decided to stay? That's what I thought. But the negative comments I started to get after finally restoring my account, it was so unexpected and confusing. People said that I'd really better go, that I looked tired and should leave the role to somebody who's more excited about it. So one moment they like you and the next moment they ask you to leave? It's like this story became the tipping point. The disappointment was building up in silence for some time, but then they decided to speak their mind. I mean, most said they still like the show, they feel it would be better off without me. Well, that's an even meaner thing to say. It's better this way. I mean, the whole thing is kind of pointless unless viewers enjoy it, right? I just wish they could have said it sooner. I wish I didn't fool myself into thinking that others like me. All this time I felt like I really found my calling. I wanted to entertain people. Only people had different things in mind. Hey, cheer up. This would not have happened if it wasn't for a single person, and that person is going to answer for it. Thank you. I really appreciate all your help. It's very important to me. Well, I was told you were fired. Is this what they meant? No, I was fired from my official job as well. I work part-time as a waitress at a small local cafe. Well, a fancy small local cafe, you could probably say, as they employ real people to serve clients. I assume my boss wasn't happy he no longer had a small-time actress for a waitress, because a couple of days into the incident he called and said I shouldn't bother coming anymore. That's a pretty strange reason to get rid of an employee. A waitress job can get a bit weird now that most food places rely on automated terminals or robots. If you serve people where a machine could do, smiling and being polite, it isn't enough. You need to be special, to have a twist. I always knew my acting was the main reason he hired me. I just never thought it was the only twist I had. Wasn't the show bringing you enough money? Sadly, no. We sell some merch here and there, but it's not generating any significant income yet. I had to work on the side to pay the bills. To be honest, I'm also a bit wasteful when it comes to spending money. Well, no other way but to get rid of that habit now, right? Okay, I've got another question. Sure, I'll try to answer. You were distressed so much you even considered suicide and blogged about it? Yes, about that. Oh, God, I don't know how to say it. You're going to arrest me too. What's the problem? I didn't really consider it. I don't think I have the guts to kill myself. I was just really depressed and didn't know what to do, and I've heard that the government and some corporations monitor and respond to blog posts like that, so wait, you mean you deliberately tricked everyone? Made them think it's more serious than it is? Oh God, I'm so sorry. I just thought maybe someone would give me a call or something. I never thought it would be this serious. You reacted like it's a matter of national security. I couldn't imagine that the most prominent corporation in the world would get involved. Oh, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Let's see here. Yeah, well, I don't think that's entirely your fault. I hope you're right. Silly me, imposing on people with such stupid troubles. Well, that should be all for now. Thank you, Ashley. The plot has thickened. And now we get the nice grooves. Oh, we're going to have commentary about the tree. I was curious about that. Say to Ashley, nice tree. Thanks. I might have gone overboard with the decor, though. These bright colors, this tree, this line of photos on the walls. Sometimes I feel like they're all screaming at me. I wonder if I just wanted to convince myself what a creative and expressive person I am. And what's behind these doors? Clothes. Piles upon piles of them. More than I could possibly wear. Whenever I had free time and some spare money, I'd go shopping. I wonder why I thought that I actually need so many. Well, yeah, you and everybody else. Thanks. Still, it was my own choice. It seems unfair to blame anything or anybody except myself. You play the guitar too? The guitar and piano, though play is much too strong of a word. We got it as a prop for the show, and we had to store it somewhere, and then I thought, as long as I keep them, I might as well fool around a bit. It's silly, really. Every kid wants to play the guitar, and I'm not even a kid anymore. You don't have to be ashamed of every single thing in your apartment, you know? Yeah, sorry, I guess I simply can't stop questioning everything around me. Was it real and valid? Or was it just my blissful ignorance that made it look this way? I figure she is going through quite a crisis right now because she had this hobby that became a big cornerstone of her life, and she thought that she was a cornerstone of that. And then she suddenly realized that people just didn't really care for her as much as she thought that they did, and that's probably quite the shell shock. Okay. The terminal greets you with a short list of options: personal profiles, incident logs, meetup recordings, and contact suspects. Let's go to personal profiles. It appears that Sean has compiled a short description of everyone related to the incident to give you a rough idea what to expect. There are 7 entries available. Now I'm going to break out my pen here because some of this may be important. Coral! I want to find out who the penguin is. Carl O'Brien, suspect A, age 27, 1.85 meters, actor and occasional writer, studied arts at the local university, happy to share his experience as long as it's being greatly appreciated. Good at perfecting little details and ignoring deadlines, likes classic literature and obscure art house films, maintains the air of sophistication bordering on arrogance. Sounds like a lot of people in in acting classes and such. Vivian. Not all of them, of course. Vivian Laurent, 24, lead actress alongside the victim. Takes method acting to its logical extreme by constantly impersonating various characters from her favorite fictional stories, like sewing, cooking, and exploring the history of geek culture. Utilizes her skill of master cosplayer to provide costumes and makeup for the entire production. The method acting could be an interesting take on it. Be really good for Ready Player One, at least. Daniel Wong. Newcomer and ambivalent assistant, absent-minded but easygoing, tries to study economics at the local university, likes karaoke and late-night parties, enamored by jobs with benefits and corporate lifestyle, harbors romantic feelings towards the victim, which much to her discomfort. Okay, so Daniel is the one that, what's his name? Joe Gumshoe thinks is the... Kojak thinks is the main suspect. Anne-Marie Hill, suspect D, 26. Set designer and the victim's childhood friend. Enjoys physical contact with reality from drawing pen and paper sketches to building decorations. Keeps a constant vigil over her friend's well-being and tries to protect her from stressing out, sometimes to the point of stressing out herself. Has a strained relationship with suspect C, which was... Daniel. Okay, so Daniel has issues with the victim and Anne. Okay, Daniel is suspect C, Anne is suspect D. Yeah. Then Anne, and now we go to Chloe. Suspect E. Principal writer and eccentric dreamer. Studies electrical engineering at the local university, considers the meat world inherently boring, wants to relocate to the Antarctic. Interesting. Enjoys big ideas, transhumanistic values, and reality-bending possibilities. Shows little interest in anything else, including the current incident. Alright. And we already did that one, okay. Ashley Simmons, status victim. Lead actress and fans' favorite, doubles in as the team's workhorse by always volunteering to do whatever needs to be done. Likes bold colors, interior design, and experiments with hair. Tends to trust people unconditionally, sometimes to her detriment. Subject to suspect C's awkward and inconsiderate romantic attempts. And then finally, Boyd. Director, manager, and cameraman. Tries to turn his passion project into a profitable business with limited success. Likes beards, team building exercises, and the sense of camaraderie. Didn't make the list of suspects due to being the only one who didn't know the victim's account credentials. Okay. So let's go to incident logs. These text blocks have been extracted from different online sources. They should contain the original post and conversations that started the whole problem. There are 4 entries available. The show's newsfeed, July 11th, 10:40. Dear friends, oh, okay, good. This is the letter she was talking about. Let me start with saying how grateful I am to be a part of this wonderful community. It's always been my dream to put a smile on people's faces, but little did I know how real this dream would become. No, 2 years ago on that fateful day when my friend Boyd suggested we do a show together, I thought nothing of the sort. I didn't even dare to. But I said yes anyway, and started an unforgettable journey. All this time you've supported me with unconditional love, and I tried to give back the best I could. It's been an amazing ride. A life-changing ride, really. But all rides come to an end sooner or later, and I think it's time to end mine. I realize this message might come as a big surprise to you. You might ask why I have suddenly decided to quit something I've been enjoying so much. Something that you have been enjoying so much. It's hard to put into words, but the feeling's been there for quite some time, and you know I'm the one who always trusts my intuition, even if I can't rationally explain it. As for the implications, let me assure that all necessary arrangements have been made, and my leave won't compromise any quality or integrity of the content, even though it's happening in the middle of the season. I've warned my teammates about this decision well in advance, and they've been working hard to alter the production accordingly. The inspiring stories will continue to be told. It will just happen without me. Thank you once again for your support, and don't look back. Love, Ashley. Yeah, that is very... Okay, July 13th. Hello, everyone. We'd like to make an important announcement regarding the most recent entry to our news column. That entry was not written by Ashley. Somebody hacked into her account and posted it under her name. Ashley has no plans to leave the show, and she never had. Yes, it sounds just as weird to us as it does to you, but it's true. Everything that was written in that post is a lie. Ashley is not quitting, no arrangements of any kind have been made, and we're definitely not altering the production. Once again, Ashley has no plans to leave the show, and she never had. We have no idea why anyone would do such a thing, and we are regretfully in no position to track the offender down. However, we managed to restore Ashley's account and took steps to it at ensuring its safety. No other harm was done, and we continue to work on the future episodes right on schedule. We apologize to everyone who was confused or upset by this incident. None of this is Ashley's fault, but as a team we'd like to acknowledge our responsibility for not taking security matters more seriously, and this will not happen again. We also ask you to be empathetic toward Ashley. Whoever did this, they most likely planned it as a psychological attack on her, so now would be a perfect time to show her some support. As for our side, we have zero doubts that the whole nasty occurrence will soon be a thing of the past. This community is amazing, and it'll take much more than that to throw us into disarray. Page 1 of 2. Oh, page down. All the best, Boyd and the rest of the team. Now we get to check the infamous comment section. Carol Dunn. Phew, that was a close one. I thought my favorite show was dead. Cheers for how you've handled this, guys, even if it was a bit slow. Jim Christensen. Don't worry, Ash, we love you. Sungjio. Okay, Ashley's support thread coming right up. I sure hope she's alright. It was always such an inspiration to see her on screen. Personally, I'd follow her anywhere and support any choice she makes, but if she stays, it's even better. She and the others already have a really good chemistry in the series. Haters gonna hate. I say let them go and let the real fans stay. This community will even be better after a little cleanup. Ashley, you were brilliant, and the fact that you are staying fills up with nothing but happiness. Keep spreading the love. They do have a very positive community so far. Why would anyone fake such a thing? Sounds like you guys just can't admit your actress messed this up. Walter Clark. Okay. Nope, too late. We don't need you anymore. Ew. Grigory Borisov. Jamie Logan. Lol, that was a cheap way to get more attention, you whore. The only attention whore here is you, jerk ass. See, that's the kind of internet. Yeah, this is the internet that I'm familiar with. A hacked account. What is she, an undercover operative? Let me just kind of skim through this. Well, she doesn't need, but she needs someone more important. Internet security has matured. It can't be compromised by bored kids anymore. I don't know how to feel about it. I like Ashley, but this explanation makes zero sense. Sorry, guys. Hacking, psychological attack? I thought you were supposed to create drama in the show, not around it. Ashley, please consider taking a break. You're amazing, but you've been driving yourself too hard, and it shows both on and off the screen. I could just imagine this like beating her down. It's sad stuff. Are you just trying to stir things up on purpose? Because it won't work, you know. We've tolerated your cutesy lead and her rabid fan base for a long time, but something has to be done sooner or later, and considering our total lack of skills, quitting is the only real option. Barbara Brooks confirms. There are 5 pages of this. Good lord. Okay. I'm kind of curious if there's any like really significant clues to glean from this. And it just goes and goes. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to skim through that a little bit later. You get the idea. There's people that are supporting her, and then people who are kind of on the fence, and then people who just like flat out took it as an opportunity to let them know how they felt about her. Now let's look at her personal blog. For the first time in a while, I have no idea what to write here. Words just aren't coming. I think I used to have the same problem a couple of years ago, before the show started and before I found my voice. I spent the day reading through my previous posts. Funny, when I first decided to start a proper blog, I thought it needs to be very contemplative. I always have problems pronouncing that word. Like old paper diaries where young girls wrote about love and feelings and meaning of life and other deep things they could discuss with no one but themselves. When I look at the past 6 months of content, all I see is routine. Anne and I went shopping, fooling around with clothes. Chloe and Zoe came by, had a jam session together. Here's a funny book I read, you guys should try it too. Pulled an all-nighter with Boyd. Here's a photo shoot with Viv. She's my hero. Hey, we've released a new episode. Thank you guys so much for your support. Yay! Meetings, hangouts, plans, projects. What a busy girl. You know that thing about finding my voice? That wasn't even a metaphor. Not some cheesy little extra you add just to make it sound more heartwarming and emotional. There wasn't a slightest doubt in my mind. I thoroughly convinced myself that this is it, that this is my place in the universe. Some people dance, some are artists, some swim. I entertain. I make someone's evening a little bit brighter and give them more energy to face another day. And in the middle of all that, you, the viewers, the collective consciousness that links everything together and makes it meaningful. It's just so hard to experience delayed failure. Normal failure is just fine by comparison, but when sorry it didn't work out part is preceded by months and months of alleged successful work, it's too confusing. You keep investing, you settle down in your new wonderful life, and then it all comes crashing down. And the joy, the feelings of happiness, they're gone as well, because it's been interconnected in your brain. I pride myself on entertaining people with fiction, yet I completely fell apart when my own reality turned out to be fiction as well. How ironic. Or maybe the path of destiny continues. Some places of the universe are just less grand than others. Who am I to deny mine just because I got a lot less fun? The people have spoken, and they've told me to quit. And when I don't know how to quit this and then start something else, I don't have the slightest idea. Quitting everything altogether, on the other hand, that is something conceivable. Logical, even. Perhaps this is exactly what I should do. I could kind of see how that could be interpreted. It could be interpreted other ways as well. Alright, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and we'll pick up with the investigation next time. I'll read the rest of those comments and see if there's any other clues. And we'll see where we go from there. If you guys liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.